Hello, everybody, and welcome to Overcoming Imposter Syndrome. I am your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer Grace, and I can remember 18 years ago when I felt like an imposter starting my coaching business. And what I want to share with you today is the fact that we get to normalize this. It is normal to feel like an imposter when you're first starting out in a business. And so when that comes up for you, the fear of failure, the fear of success, I'm doing it wrong. What if nobody buys my programs? All the things that come up. Let's just normalize that, right? When we're starting out in our businesses, we're not supposed to be completely confident, right? And I would never say fake it until you make it, but we get to believe it until we can achieve it. So we're going to go through some different tips and tools and tricks and all sorts of fun stuff to really help us get out of our own way of imposter syndrome. So this first quote says, "It's not who you are that holds you back. It's what you think you are not." So, what you'll learn in this module is how to free up mental space previously occupied by thoughts of not being adequate or good enough to be a coach that are emotionally draining and physically exhausting. The evidence that will prove to you that you are not an imposter based on facts rather than feelings, how to let go of old beliefs that are holding you back, and how to create new strategies that can move you forward. So let's just break down. What is imposter syndrome? It's actually a condition in which people believe they are not worthy of success and have a persistent belief in their lack of intelligence, skill, or competence. This can happen especially when we're just starting out and launching something new. Here are ways to overcome imposter syndrome. First, we want to see what is our type of imposter, okay? See if you can write down which one you resonate with the most. The first is the perfectionist, right? This is the person that worries that everything you deliver to your clients must be flawless. You second guess yourself, you fixate on what's not ready yet. If this feels like you, write down this mantra: progress matters more than perfection. I'm here to grow, not to get it perfect, right? The second one, the superhero. If this is you, you might feel like you're constantly trying to prove yourself, over delivering, overthinking, and running on empty. This used to be me. And I remember one of my coaches gave me this mantra, and I will never forget it. I had it up as a little post-it note. And the mantra is, when this comes up and you're driving and striving and pushing and trying to be this superhero that nobody could ever pull off, I am enough, I have enough, and I've done enough. I remember it was a beingness, like almost like I would feel like I'm in traffic and I'm leaning forward and I can't move the car, but I'm like doing this, driving and striving and pushing and trying to prove myself and running on empty. And then I started using this mantra and I would just sit back and just say, I have enough, I've done enough, I am enough. And all of a sudden that would recalibrate me. The next one is the expert. You believe you have to master everything before you're qualified to coach. You're constantly researching, over preparing, and waiting until you feel ready. Here's the news. Sometimes we never feel ready. And there are people out there waiting for you who need your coaching expertise, who need your habit changes, who need your mindset shifts. And if we let this expert stay in the way, the world will become less because of it. So try this mantra: I can keep learning while I lead. I already have enough now to begin helping others. The natural genius. This is you if you just expect instant success. If things don't go smoothly right away, all of a sudden you doubt your path. If this is you, try this mantra. Small steps create big shifts, and I honor my pace, right? And the final one is the soloist. You believe that asking for help means you're not capable. You isolate instead of collaborate. To me, building a coaching business is incredible. You go so much further when you collaborate with others. You lead generate, you do community events with others. This way, everybody has their own skills and talents. You might pair up with somebody who's really good in sales and marketing, or somebody else who's really good at logistics, and you're really good at, sending out the information. So, you will build your business so much faster if you don't always try to do it alone. So try this mantra. I receive support with ease. I don't have to do this alone. This was definitely not me. I was definitely the superhero. I remember in the beginning of my business, I couldn't always afford a team the way that I could afford one now. So I would have people intern at my home office 3 times a week. I had three different interns. They would just give me 1 hour a week, and in return, I would give them mentorship. One of them was good at social media. One of them was good with the books. One of them was great with follow-up calls. And until I could afford a team, I always had a team. So, how imposter syndrome shows up. You know that it's happening underneath the hood if you're overworking. You have avoidance to tasks. There's a lot of self-criticism, self-doubt. Maybe you have the fear of failure, perfectionism, procrastination, or insecurity. So, usually, underneath perfectionism or procrastination is either the fear of failure or the fear of success. So, how do we stop procrastinating or avoiding if that's the patterning that we're doing? One, do not let requests and commitments pile up. Focus on one task at a time. Take baby steps and set yourself up for success. Don't wait until you feel like doing something. Just do it. Be open to receiving feedback. And every week, step out of your comfort zone by doing one thing that scares you. To cope with imposter syndrome, if you find yourself overworking or people pleasing, one, make yourself a priority. Oxygen mask on first. Set healthy boundaries. Be clear with the people you are in relationship with, you work with, your family, what you will and will not do. Don't always put others' needs before your own. Many people who come into the business of coaching, we are born givers, but if we're constantly giving, we are not replenishing that and we become resentful. Take breaks. I have to actually put into my schedule every day a 1 hour nap. I get up really early and I teach my trainings in the evening. So every day from 3 to 4 is my nap time, even if I'm just horizontal for 30 minutes or an hour. Say no. No can be a complete sentence. What we tend to do is somebody, might say, hey, can you pick up my kid with your kid after school next week? And instead of just saying, I'm sorry, that's not going to work for our family this week. No, we make up a whole convoluted story that may or may not even be true. We don't need to make excuses. We can be very kind and just say, I'm so sorry, I can't. And delegate, just like I was saying before. Even if you can't afford a team yet, who can you enroll to do some bartering with your coaching that can help you out? To break the cycle of imposter syndrome, you can share your feelings. Talk to other people about how you're feeling. Rationality tends to fester when it's hidden and not talked about. I love this one. Create a My Achievements list and add to it when you do something amazing, either big or small. You could also create a vision board, but this time collage all of your successes, not the ones you want to do, but the ones you have done. Look at this often. Remind yourself, oh my God, I'm amazing. I've created so much already. Recognize that it's impossible to know everything, especially at the beginning of a brand new career. Give yourself some grace. Ask for help. Seek advice from others or collaborate with colleagues. Trust in your abilities and have confidence in what you do know. And then feel the fear and do it anyway. Your tribe is out there waiting for you. Don't wait for the fear to go away. So, those are some great strategies and tools to overcome imposter syndrome.